Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Skillet. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a brand new mining project that's about to launch today. And this project is called BUSD Cartel. Now, this one has a crazy high daily ROI, okay? This one is set to a fixed 20% daily return, okay? And that's the highest that I've seen so far with these types of projects. So in other words, if you invest $100, you're going to receive $20 a day with BUSD Cartel. Now, I've been doing some math on this, and later in the video, I'm going to show you guys my exact strategy for how to turn $300 into over $13,000 in just a few weeks. So you're not going to want to miss it. Now, first, I'm going to take you through the details of this project and explain exactly how it works. So this is the dashboard for BUSD Cartel. And up here where it says Cartel Power, okay, that's what they're calling the TVL, or total value locked. This just means how much BUSD is in the contract. Now, of course, it says 0 right now because it hasn't yet launched. It'll be launching in a few hours. But after it is launched, this will indicate how much is in the contract. Now, here where it says Pablo pays a daily 20%, that's just telling you this is the fixed amount per day that BUSD Cartel pays. Now, this area tells you the withdrawal fee. So it says Pablo's part, but that means the withdrawal fee. Okay, that's 10%. And then the deposit fee is 6%. All right, and that's pretty standard for these types of projects. Now, in this area where it says my business, this is going to tell you your wallet balance, how much you have invested, 5 times your profit, 5 times remaining, and your daily ROI right here. Now, this is the area here where you actually invest. So you would just enter the amount of BUSD that you want to invest. So if you wanted to invest $300, you would enter 300. Then you click Join Cartel, then approve the transaction in your MetaMask and deposit. And that's all you have to do. Now, underneath that, there is an emergency withdrawal button where it says Leave the Cartel, okay? Now, the way it works is that you can always unstake or withdraw early up until the point that you have recovered the full amount of your initial investment. So if you need to leave early for any reason, you can do that, but you are going to pay a 50% tax if you withdraw early. Now, this is really cool. So the team has set it up so that if and when someone makes an early withdrawal, of course, they will be able to withdraw 50%, but the other 50% will go straight back to the TVL instead of going to the developer wallets like so many other projects do. Okay, so that's going to help to keep the project strong. So I think that's really cool. Now, here in the statistics section, this is going to tell you your daily rewards that you've earned. And here is the claim button. And of course, with this type of project, you can claim daily. All right, so every 24 hours, you'll come here and click claim. And then this will tell you the amount of your last claim and your next claim. And then once per week, you can withdraw 50%. Okay, so again, 20% daily is going to your daily rewards. So let's just say you deposited $100. Then every day, your daily rewards would total $20. So you would click claim and you would do that every day for a week. Then after that week, that will have been 7 days of you claiming $20. So that would come to a total of 140 BUSD. That would be here in your withdrawal pool. Now, you can withdraw 50% of that, and you would do that by clicking this withdrawal button. Now, what happens to the other 50%? Well, it stays in the withdrawal pool. So then the following week, your rewards will get added to that, and it keeps adding up each week. Now, if you choose to reinvest the money that you withdraw, this is going to start growing much faster, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute when I show you guys my strategy. But anyhow, under here, it'll tell you your last withdrawal and your next withdrawal, and then it'll tell you the total amount that you have earned. Now, there's also a referral program with 10% rewards, so this will display your amount of rewards and the total amount that you have withdrawn, and you can withdraw them here where it says withdraw rewards, and you can get the link to share with your friends right here. Now, here they have their investment calculator, and there's a note underneath that says there is a minimum investment of 50 BUSD and a maximum investment of 100,000 BUSD. So here you can enter an amount that you want to invest, and it's going to tell you your return. So if you entered 300, you'll see that your daily return will be 60 BUSD, your weekly return will be 420 BUSD, and your monthly return will be 1,800 BUSD. Now, that assumes that you just keep all the money that you withdraw every week. But as I mentioned, if you withdraw and then reinvest, your returns will start growing faster. So I have a calculator that will show you what happens when you reinvest the earnings that you withdraw. So here is a calculator that shows you exactly what will happen. So with a daily ROI of 20% and an initial investment of $300 or $300 300 BUSD. This is the breakdown of what happens each day and each week. So you see each day you're earning $60 as your daily ROI, and it keeps adding up until the 7th day, which is when you are allowed to withdraw. So the total withdrawal pool is going to be $420 at that point, and you're allowed to withdraw 50%. Okay, so that would be $210. Now what we're going to do is withdraw and reinvest. Okay, so now when we reinvest this $210, it's going to get added to what we initially invested, which was $300. So now we have a total of $510 that is invested. So our daily earnings are going to go up now. So instead of earning $60 each day, we're now earning $102 each day. Okay, and then we're going to repeat this for several weeks, and you're going to see what happens to this 50% withdrawal pool. So this is the actual amount that we're allowed to withdraw at the end of the week. Okay, so again, that first week it was $210. The second week it's $462. The third week it's $911.40. Now the fourth week it's $1,774.08. And if we continue this all the way up until 7 weeks, we end up at over $13,000. Okay, and that's absolutely crazy. So remember, we started with just a $300 investment. So 13,000 divided by 300, that's over a 43x return in just 7 weeks. And that is really insane. And that is the power of these mining protocols. And that's why I love these miners so much, because they can be so insanely profitable. Now, some people are going to want to take profits earlier than 7 weeks. And of course, it all depends on how the project's looking. I think it's always a good idea to keep an eye on the TVL and just the general health of the project. But there are other miners who have existed for way longer than this that are still going strong. So for example, Baked Beans has been around for 279 days, okay, and its TVL is still 360,000. Now, Dino BUSD, which is what these miners are essentially a fork of, that one has been around for 50 days, okay, which is almost exactly where we were talking about taking profits, okay, that was at 49 days. So Dino BUSD has been around for that exact amount of time, and it's still got an extremely healthy TVL of over $500,000 still in there, okay? So this really isn't that far-fetched that this could survive for a long time. Now, there is a white paper. It's a fairly short white paper. It just kind of gives you a general overview of the project, okay? Now, we've covered most of this already, but we'll take a quick look here. So this investment model requires a mandatory rewards claim in 24 hours, and then the next ROI cycle will be dependent of earlier reward claims. They encourage investors to reinvest after withdrawal to generate maximum ROI, thus allowing weekly rewards withdrawal to 50%. There is a 10% withdrawal fee, and for the daily ROI, of course, it is a fixed 20% return. Now, the return cycle is based on the first initial investment, and any investment in between the 7-day cycle will be considered in alignment with the first cycle, thus allowing withdrawal earlier than 7 days for a second investment. Now, claim and unstake. It is mandatory to claim your rewards through the reward claim button every 24 hours. Once the daily rewards are claimed, then the next reward cycle will begin. And as I've mentioned, the unstake option will be available to all investors for the time until they recover their investment through the straight 20% daily ROI to make it easier for them in case they consider withdrawing from the project. Now, of course, a fee will be deducted for early contract termination, and as soon as the principal amount is recovered, the unstake option will be grayed out, but investors will continue to receive their return as usual and will continue to claim them in 24 hours time frame. Now, here they mentioned that there is a 10% referral fee, and for the return cycle, investors will be generating 5 times of their principal value throughout the return cycle before it gets terminated. For example, return cycle based on BUSD 100 will end once the investors generate 500 BUSD as a return. In order to get further returns, a new investment will be required. Now, if you're following the strategy that I just outlined, you won't have to worry about this because you're continually making a new investment each week with the money that you withdraw. So that's going to set up a new return cycle every time, so you don't have to worry about hitting that 5x limit. Now, they also say that they are going to do a lot of marketing, which is obviously extremely important for these types of projects, so that's always good to see that they're emphasizing that. And their audit, when they wrote this, they were saying the contract will be audited, but the audit has actually just been completed today, and they have now published it, so it has been audited, and we're going to take a look at that in just a moment as well. Now, here's the breakdown of the fees again. On every deposit, there's a 6% fee. On every withdrawal, there's a 10% fee, and the referral reward is 10% and is immediately withdrawable. Now, here's the audit that got published today. So this one got an overall score of 69, backdoors 100, owner privileges privilege is 90, fees 25, which I'll explain in just a second, complexity 80, other risk 80, and team trust 40, which I'll also explain. So for the summary, this smart contract has been reviewed, found no backdoor code, and the owner privilege is just to start the app. There is no malicious code that allows the owner or others to withdraw all funds from the contract. So that's what we like to see. If the user wishes to unstake their funds prior to ROI, they will pay a penalty fee, which we already covered. Then there's some contract details that it's on the BNB chain, uses the BUSD token, etc., etc. Now, backdoors. There are no backdoor methods that withdraw funds to a non-investor wallet. Okay, fantastic. Now, owner privileges, there's only one owner privilege, and that allows the owner to start up the dApp and start allowing investment. Now, there's the breakdown of the fees. Now, it got kind of a low score for fees because it says that the 16% combined fees is higher than usual. But if you've seen some of my other reviews of these types of projects, this is actually fairly typical, but that's what it says anyhow. So the complexity, this smart contract is fairly complex and has no flexibility by the owner. Once deployed, it is set. So that's good. They can't go switching things around after it's already been deployed. Now for the team trust, the team is not known and has an active community. So they have different levels of team trust, and this is a new team, but it does have an active community. And on the main website, there's a link to their Telegram group, which I've been involved with, and the team is always on there helping people out, answering questions, and just generally engaging with the community. And the group is certainly growing. And then other risk, considering the complexity of the contract, at the end of the day, this is still an ROI dApp that relies on funds invested to pay out existing users. If the contract reaches $0, investors will not be paid out. Of course, that's how it works with all of these mining projects. So that is BUSD Cartel, guys. Again, this is launching in just a few hours. So this is a really great time to get in early on a project that's paying out an insanely high ROI with the potential to really blow up. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. And remember that none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube sharing my thoughts, experiences, and opinions. So always do your own research and invest at your own risk. And now with that said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate if you'd smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss out on a future video. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.